So the truth is, when we're young and when we're growing up, when we're doing things, especially within our 20s, we face a lot of challenges and we face a lot of things that don't quite measure up to our expectations. So let's look at when a lot of people graduate uni, they come out and they go into uni thinking, yeah, I'm going to change the world, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Then they come out of it and suddenly you're like, oh, I'm unemployed, or I go into a job and I absolutely hate it. We've got all this connection to different people through Facebook, Twitter, YouTube right now, Instagram, all these different things, but then we never really see them. Then also things like dating now has changed, where we're looking at, instead of like the guy going around tipping his cap to the lady or the lady dropping her cloth on the floor, that beautiful romantic way that we used to do things back in, I don't know, probably the 18th century or something, but we don't have that anymore. Now today it's a bloody Tinder conversation where you swipe left or swipe right and then you meet these people, you talk to them for 5 minutes, you meet them, you go on a date, turns out to be really weird and awkward and you probably don't see those people again. Let's be really clear straight away now, because it's really important that, for me growing up, me in front of the camera and you now is completely different. I was really lacking in self-confidence, very much a people pleaser, would kind of a yes man. I would do the things that people would want in order for me to try and please them and to be accepted almost. But it's really important to be really human about this, because confidence is not some consistent thing. There's almost two elements to it. The first thing is short-term confidence. This is the thing where we're like fluctuating like that. It's like that up and down, where something may go right and we feel great, we feel certain, and then something's going to go wrong and we think, oh shit. Don't worry about that. That's just the element of being human. Now the really important thing, and what I'm going to be speaking to you about here, is the level of core confidence, is being completely certain within your core of yourself about where you are and where you're going. Because this element of being completely cool within what you're doing allows those fluctuations then to be controlled. It's not this. We tend to get this sort of fluctuation. This is so important because you'll go out on a night out and you've got these people that some nights they'll be like doing backflips across the club, like pulling everybody, doing everything, haven't been the centre of attention. And then the other time you go there, they've had about 4 double vodka Red Bulls, are in the corner crying, going home at 1 AM. So being young and having these different things going on in our lives, then we need an element of confidence. We need to be our own best friend. We need to do things. So here's 3 things that you can do in order to start creating a more level of core confidence within your life. So you can apply it to things within whatever you want to do within your career, social life, love life, it doesn't matter. When you have that core element, it really is that certainty that you need to help those short-term fluctuations and to enable you living the life that you want to lead. The first thing, let's focus on a more internal side, and that number 1 is focusing on you becoming really bloody nice to yourself. Becoming someone that you want to hang around with, and the conversation in your head or the narrative in your head is something that is of positive and solution focused. But this is not easy to do, because part of being younger is that, or the element of the advantage of maybe people that are older, is that they have these larger life experiences that allow them to see things from a different perspective. But we can still do this by being younger. We can still access this through our creativity and our intelligence. So the best way to do this is to shift what we call shifting your lens and how you see things. And this is the way I do it. A quick tip to do is think of 3 people that you find inspirational or even confident or just outgoing, or something that you find great about them. And then ask yourselves in situations when you're not as certain, not as sure, not as confident, and ask them, what would they do in this situation? Or how would they see this problem or see this challenge? What would they do about it? And by shifting that, you're able to see the potential of a problem, and not just limited to your view and your perspective, but to the wider world or to the wider vision. Number 2 then is looking at things to do with your lifestyle. It's easy when things aren't going too well. You notice that your social life suffers, you notice that you hate your job and all this is all crap. But if you're able to get a lot of value into your lifestyle, suddenly things are a lot better and a lot easier. And the important thing with us being in our 20s and early 30s, a huge thing for us is our social side, and having a feeling of social significance. The way we're connecting with people adds value to our own lives. So social is huge for us. And the great thing, what I was talking about at the beginning, with having all this connection and wired to so many different social media avenues and so many different ways of doing things online, the positive thing about that is that with events and socializing with people, we can physically go to events a lot easier that weren't available to the last generation, like our parents. So great things to look at. Within London, there's something called 20-something London, which is a fantastic company that runs events specifically for young people, funny enough, 20-somethings. So you can go along to those and have a good laugh. Meetup is a huge thing as well across Europe and America. Meetup.com is amazing to be able to focus on going out to different events and finding different people with similar interests and wanting to open up and add value within their own lives. Number 3 then, what we're looking at is how we're physically doing our confidence, so how we're communicating, because confidence and almost the window of confidence is what you're doing with your body and how you're speaking. Now a lot of people get this wrong because we tend to focus on faking it till you make it and all these different elements. A better way to look at it, and something that Amy Cuddy, who's a great person to look up on YouTube, put it, was fake it till you become it, which was a nice way of looking at it. And what I mean by that is starting to look at not becoming something you're not, but start to being who you are and communicating that on a higher level or a higher skill set of doing that. 2 quick tips for then the physical side of that is looking at being open. So being open with your body, so putting all your energy upwards is a great quick tip by lifting here, your sternum here, and lifting that up. But then another side of that then is everything open, your face being open and expressive, your hands being open and expressive, just everything being open. And then the second side of this physical level of confidence then is looking at saying what you want to say, or not filtering what you're saying, which is really important. Not feeling like you have to say certain things to please people, which tends to be a huge thing in our 20s. We feel like we have to say things to our boss or things to our friends and just be really agreeable. It's fine to disagree, and it's great to have an opinion. It's great to have a stance on something because it makes sure you have impact and then you are socially significant to that other person in whatever environment. So it's really important to know that confidence is earned. It is earned. It's a longer term process. If you're looking for these short term fluctuations where you're faking it, yeah, they can be done very, very quickly. There's loads of, to be honest, pretty crap tips online that tell you how to do that. However, if you really want it for the long term and you want a core level of confidence which helps you with those fluctuations and allows you to be really authentic within that confidence, then it has to be earned. Confidence is earned. So go after it, do what you got to do. Remember, support the video, please like and subscribe and share it to other young people that may be either struggling with confidence or just need that extra bit of certainty to come through those challenges. Anyway, good luck you confident bastards, and I'll speak to you soon.